The shooting, which Trump miraculously survived with only a wound on the side of his head, sharpened support among his diehard base. Quote, I also want people to understand, it's not science, but there's energy and there are kinds of anger on the ground in Pennsylvania. And people are very committed and strong, Fetterman said Thursday. And I joke that his signs became like the state flower, and you see that everywhere. However, after President Biden's withdrawal from the race and Vice President Kamala Harris's rapid ascension as a Democrat presidential nominee, polls indicate she holds a slight lead over Trump in the Keystone State. A Thursday poll from the Washington Post had Harris at 48% among likely and registered voters, while Trump sits at 47%. A New York Times poll gave Harris a slightly larger lead, with the vice president sitting at 50% compared to Trump's 46%. Fetterman expressed skepticism of Harris's reported lead in Pennsylvania on Thursday, comparing the situation to former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton's 7-point lead in Pennsylvania that ultimately collapsed on Election Day during her failed 2016 presidential bid. Quote, everybody thought that it was in the bag, and that's not the energy and the other kinds of things that were really consistent with what I'm witnessing all across, Fetterman recalled. It's kind of hard to read his quotes because the quotes are still a little bit mangled. And then, sadly, we saw what happened. Quote, people understand who he is and what he's about, and enough people think that that's the feature, and it's not a bug. Exactly. That line really was genius in a way, and I can't believe the genius had to come from Fetterman, but it did. It's so true. Trump's craziness is a feature and not a bug. The whole reason, and I feel like I'm really repeating myself here, the whole reason why people like Trump in the first place is he's unfiltered. He's a little bit wild. He's a little bit crazy. He's entertaining. He's funny. That's why people like Trump. That's why people were attracted to Trump in the first place. It's a feature, not a bug. All these prognosticators, pollsters, advisors, consultants, they keep saying over and over, and honestly, I am so tired of hearing this, but they keep saying over and over again, well, what Trump really needs to do is he needs to focus on policy. He needs to focus on his record. I hear this all the time, and it's getting to be actually really annoying. They say he needs to focus on his record. He has a great record. If he would just focus on his record and stop attacking her. This is not how voters, the majority of voters do not vote thinking about policy and an agenda and record. They vote on the person. They vote on energy from the person and vibes from the person and leadership qualities, courage. These are huge things. And